King, I am not a god, I am Hunkpain! These mortals have awakened the gods of old. We rise from our slumber to reveal our true power. Focus fire. Now to strike.
And welcome Tano, hope you enjoyed the speedrun. If you did, let me know in the comments below and hit the like button while you're at it. Let's hope we reach 100 likes. In this video, I will show you how to mod the Incarnon Paris pour le niveau 9999. Let's go. And starting the build for the Paris Prime with the Incarnon form. Evolution 1, headshot. Charge the Incarnon meter and then the button on the mouse wheel to activate the Incarnon form. And when the Incarnon form is active, sacrifice silence for increased projectile size and hit damage. Really good. Evolution 2, Guardian's Might. And then Evolution 3 for Swift Deliverance. Evolution 4 for Elemental Balance. Increase base statue chance by 60%. Now there is different options, but that's the best one I like. Otherwise, you can go for the Vicious Promise, increase base critical chance by 40% against undamaged enemies. Increase base critical damage multiplier by 2 against undamaged enemies as well. Now, you can feel if you're going for silent build with invisible Warframe, this is the way to go, but mainly you'll be like elemental balancing. Now, for the build, going with the Galvanized Chamber, multi-shot on kill, 30% multi-shot for 20 seconds, stacks up to 5 times, critical delay for critical chance and minus fire rate, Serration for additive damage. Now, the build the way it is can kill any faction in the game, no problem at all. But if you want to increase the damage, you can go with the multiplicative faction modes like Primary King, like Corrupted, or Prime Bane of Grunir and the Infested and so on. You don't need a Riven at all. And even if you don't have the Primate faction multiplicative damage mods, don't worry, the build is guaranteed and there is nothing to prove. The weapon already capped for all the factions in the game. Galvanized Aptitude for statue chance and on kill 40% direct damage per statue type affecting the target. Primary Deadhead on precision headshot kill 120% damage for 24 seconds, stacks up to 3 times, that's 360%. I like the 24 seconds because you can move from Exolizer to Exolizer, especially in Void Cascades, and the 30% headshot multiplier will scale with any enemies even level 1 million. Also reduces the recoil. Malignant Force for 60-60 toxin statue chance, Vital Sense for critical damage, High Voltage for 60-60 electricity and statue chance, Hammer Shot for critical damage and statue chance, and mainly Hammer Shot is what you want to change if you have a Riven. Vigilante Supplies for converting the ammo and enhancing your critical hits. The weapon is built with Corrosive. Now, speaking of Corrosive, that leads us to the Warframe build. Going with 2 Emerald Darkon Shards to enhance the Corrosive stacks from 10 for 80% armor strip to 100% 14 stacks of Corrosive. Like Paris by itself can actually armor strip enemies without relying on any other thing. But if you want to try different stuff and that's not your style of armor stripping, it's okay. I prepared this sheet for you with different stuff that you can put together as well. Other Archon shards, you can put whatever you want. Helmet ability, Nourish to proc viral, and then second, you're gonna have more energy and so on. For Revenant, it doesn't matter the build. What matters is the aura, rifle amp, and as I always say, if you're gonna be using different weapons alongside with the Paris, which you should, you're gonna be using the Hoster amp. Arcane Acceleration, Arcane Rage. If you want to switch to different Arcane Acceleration is what you want to switch. And Vigorous Swap when you swap between weapons, and very awesome when you're playing against bosses mainly or Thraxis. For the Fox School, I'm going to be running Madurai since I go with Void Cascade. If not Void Cascade, you can run any other Fox School. I use the AMP 177 and Madurai. Madurai Void Strike, deplete your energy, 1000% damage increase and 180% critical chance from Eternal Enslaught and 60% damage from Eternal Eradicate. When it's a cooldown, Contamination Wave will come on play, making enemies vulnerable for 50% of your operator damage. Simple as that. Now, going with the companion, really you can use whatever you want, but I might prefer Nautilus as it gives me the ability to bring enemies all together with Cordon. Cordon to pull enemies, Manifold to pull more enemies, Tenacious Bond for critical damage, and here is the build. Now, the Volclock build, there you go, with the set of Vigilante. Simple as that. Now, let's test the weapon. And first test will be against the Thrax Centurions. Whoever thought Paris can make it to Thrax Centurions level cap? Mamma mia. Let's go. Alright, feeling the Incarnon form. As you can see, one shot at the guard, the overguard right there. Look at this. Boom. And I highly recommend that you don't charge the weapon. Alright, it may seem powerful and so, but I really don't prefer the charging. It takes a lot of time and it's not that good. I prefer like tapping. It's way better. Activating the Incarnon form. And there you go. It's again charging through. You will do a lot of damage with it, but I really think even without the Incarnon form, you can get with it. So activating Nourish, and this is how I like to play my Paris, by tapping on enemies' head without even fully charging the stuff. There you go. This is how I believe you should play. Now, you can use any fast weapon because you have two Emerald Archon shards to armor strip. Alright, so you can, because it's a bit slow on armor stripping, but if like it's not actually the best weapon to take against the Thrax Centurions. I prefer to take it against normal enemies and stuff like that. Make more sense, as the Thrax Centurions isn't the best way to go. Then there you go, operator, and boom, 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 and boom, dead. Alright, let's summon some heavy corrupted gunners. Right, heavy corrupted gunners. Of course, all of the enemies you're seeing right here, level 225 Steel Path Edition. Let's go. Activating Nourish. As you can see, what I'm talking about right there. Activating Incarnon form. Now, the Incarnon form, you can get away with it when you're fighting this kind of enemy. As, yeah, now it's worth it. But against the Thrax, not really. So you need to modify the weapon style of play. Depends on the enemies you're fighting. Alright, so I recommend this weapon 7 out of 10 against normal enemies, 5 out of 10 against Thraxis, based on my experience and how much I played with this weapon. By this we reach the end. I want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, join our Discord link in the description, and I will see you guys next time.
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am Hunkpain!